Let's talk about the Grand Theft Auto 6 map and how it's mostly going to pertain to Vice City and its surrounding areas. And we know a lot of the information we know so far, obviously from the leaks that occurred back in September of 2022. Well, there was a good bit of discussion going on talking about the Grand Theft Auto 6 map and what it was going to look like, as someone ended up asking, can someone who knows about these things are done give insight on this? I would expect the 00 coordinates to be on the center of the map, but they are right in the middle of Vice City, which is in the eastern edge of the map. Am I wrong? And are the 00 coordinates set to where they started creating the map? He's actually referring to the Grand Theft Auto 6 leaked videos that had a set of coordinates in every single one. And because of that, it has actually allowed the talented Grand Theft Auto community to basically put together a handful of pretty accurate concept maps and basically drawings and designs of rough estimates of what the world is going to look like. And Insider TezFunds 2 ended up responding by saying this: my general understanding, the origin, which is 00, is placed where high precision is needed to avoid floating point issues. But this was a problem on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 consoles. The newer consoles we have support 64-bit, so that shouldn't be a problem on current gen. Possibly to reserve some space for islands to be loaded in the bottom right corner, much like Cayo Perico and North Yankton in GTA 5. This may have been the initial plan for Project Americas, but now Rockstar is only focusing on Miami and surroundings. Okay, so to break that down, two reasons why that might be the case. Number one is this was done on the older systems, so this probably would have been done when developing Grand Theft Auto 5, possibly even Red Dead Redemption 2, but it really isn't needed now because our new systems are so powerful and support 64-bit. And the other reason why this might be the case is because remember that Grand Theft Auto 6 is codenamed Project Americas and was actually going to feature multiple areas, Miami or Vice City being one of them, but also Central and South America. But as we know from reports and as we've seen from the leaks and from detailed journalism, now Rockstar is only going to be focusing on Miami, which is Vice City, and its surrounding areas, which could be the rest of Florida and also could be its neighboring states, South Carolina, Georgia, and parts of Alabama. Now, don't get me wrong, Rockstar still could do some island-type areas, like, for example, they could feature places like Bermuda or the Florida Keys, where we are still able to travel to an area of land that is off the main world, but it doesn't look like it's going to be much more than what Cayo Perico was like, or what North Yankton was like, maybe featuring it for a certain part of the game, a prologue, something along those lines. Now, obviously, what's a little bit more interesting about this discussion is it's just coming days after we also heard from Rockstar Games insider TezFunds 2 saying that portions of the game could be held off for future DLCs if Rockstar doesn't ultimately want to delay the game any further. Parts of it might be packaged into updates we see a little bit later on. And so if you think about it, parts of the world could also be released at a future time. Think of it kind of as a hybrid to what we see in Grand Theft Auto Vice City and GTA 4 and what we got in Grand Theft Auto 5, where in those two previous games, you unlocked the map kind of piece by piece, but it was all still there. It wasn't like hidden away. And then Grand Theft Auto 5 just giving you the map all together. It's kind of going to be a hybrid of that where you might just get this new part of the world, like, for example, the Bermuda Islands or the Florida Keys or something along those lines, or maybe the Project Americas part of the game. Central and South America is indeed going to be part of a DLC instead of what we see right out of the gate. Now, getting back to the subject of the map and the starting question in which all this debate really took off with, that Origin 00, it's never always been the center of the map, and there's all sorts of reasons behind that. It might be technical reasons like boundaries or water or vehicles or stuff like that. In the GTA trilogy, the Origin or 00 was never in the center, and it wasn't there in Grand Theft Auto 5 either. It's sort of east of Rockford Hills. So Rockstar might technically start to place map bits there, but it'll all be moved over time, as I'm assuming they're going to develop more and more of the map. It's never going to be quite perfect in the center. And again, it raises questions. How big is the GTA 6 map going to be? You have to feel like that it's going to be bigger all the way around. Not only in terms of size, but its density as well, the things you'll be able to do, the buildings that you'll be able to explore. And given what we know so far, we already have a lot of signs pointing to the map being at least bigger than GTA 5's in sheer scale. And I don't think they're going to do what they did in Grand Theft Auto 4, which is essentially not include airplanes so that you could get around the map quicker. I don't think that was a decision that they would make again today if they had the choice. I feel like they did that because they knew the map was smaller and airplanes would let them, get from one side of the map to the other really, really quickly. And I feel like that's why Red Dead Redemption 2's map felt massive. Yes, it was big, but just the fact that you could either only fast travel or go by horse or by buggy or by land and, just walking, that was your only route. It made everything feel so much bigger. And especially if Rockstar includes the border states of Florida, which we know Vice City is going to be based off of Miami, I could see this being a huge world to explore, because I can tell you, as someone that lives in Georgia, from a climate standpoint, from an architectural standpoint, from the people, from the businesses to the cars you see on the road, things are different in Georgia. They'll be different in Alabama, and they'll be different in Florida. And maybe this could be Rockstar's cool way of finally going back to their San Andreas roots and including sort of three worlds, like they did with San Fierro, Las Venturas, and Los Santos. We get whatever their fictional version of Florida is going to be, although Rockstar does actually call Florida, Florida. I don't know why they don't have some, parody name for it. It'll be interesting to see what they call Georgia, possibly even South Carolina, Alabama, and then other islands potentially like Bermuda. Who knows what they're going to call that? But that's where I want to end the discussion for this video today. What do you think the Grand Theft Auto 6 map is going to be like in terms of the cities that are featured, the size of it, and a whole lot more? You can let me know what you're thinking in those comments down below. Or, of course, you can reach out to me on my Facebook page, where, as always, you can send messages, photos, videos, and a whole lot more. If you guys did go and enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all latest GTA and all the Rockstar Games videos that I'll be doing here on my channel, as well as the short form video content that we've been starting over the last couple of months. It seems like you guys have been enjoying that as well. Anytime I find a fun Grand Theft Auto fact or something you might not have known, I always try and make it into one of those kind of videos. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care. I'll see you guys in the next video.